Masih kurang jelas. Ya, lumayan lah, tapi masih agak.
Oke ya. Oke.
Oh, kelihatan Pak. Oh iya, ya ini lagi masih persiapan. Nanti saya kasih tahu. U-nya besar, M-nya besar, Y-nya besar, yang besar, itu jadi P, L besar, L besar, terus G. Yang ibu-ibu itu dubes Indonesia Belanda ya, yang rambut pendek. Siap, saya cuma jam lebih 6 jam lebih, jam 11.
Selamat siang Ibu. Di sana siang ya?
Selamat sore Pak Wagub, dengan saya Ahmad Aditya di sini kita akan melaksanakan teleconference dengan topik solusi penanganan banjir untuk daerah Jakarta. Pelaksanaannya kita lakukan di KBRI Den Haag. Saya mewakili organisasi Indonesian Diaspora dan Rekam yang dibentuk tahun lalu di Los Angeles, dan juga Ikatan Ilmuwan Indonesia Internasional atau INFAT. Jadi dua organisasi ini adalah dari luar negeri. Terima kasih atas kehadiran Pak Wagub dan juga waktunya. Pertama-tama Pak, saya mau izin karena
Campur
Ya udah pakai bahasa Inggris saja. Kalau Inggrisnya Indonesia ya kalian terjemahin saja.
Okay, siap Pak. So, we would like to proceed with teleconference in English. First of all, I would like to give to Daliana the time to introduce some experts about planology and also about handling.
Translation.
Good afternoon, Pak Basuki. Nice to see you again. Daliana speaking from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
We are online now at the Indonesian Embassy in Den Haag. And to my left is Pak Aditya. And this would be the Ibu Retno Marsudi, the Indonesian ambassador to the Netherlands. And to her left is Ibu Wiwi Jok, who is a landscape architect working for the municipality of Rotterdam. And among us, we have on our laptops also people in this room who are experts in their field. That would be Mr. Gerard Michel. He's the expert of river dredging based in Vietnam. We have Professor Deden Rukmana. He is professor in architecture in Savannah in USA. And we have Professor Christoph Giro. And he is a professor in landscape in Zurich and previously Harvard. In this room, we also have, among other experts, Mr. Peter Meijnet, who is the deep tunnel expert from the Netherlands, and also Pak Edwin Sutradwijaya, who is a hydrologist based in Utrecht. So I would like to give the floor to Ibu Retno to start the discussion. Thank you very much. Selamat sore Pak Wagub. This is Purnama Ambassador of Indonesia to the Netherlands. Pak, first of all, this conference is materialized with cooperation with Diaspora Indonesia Network, Ikatan Ilmuwan Indonesia International, dan PPI Dunia. Pak Wagub, when we talk about water management is one of the potential cooperation that we could do with the Netherlands and with other countries. And this issue becomes more critical considering the latest flood in Jakarta. We have so many experts here, we have so many experts around the world, and we are ready to cooperate with you on how to find a solution, the best solution to manage flood in Jakarta. As for the Netherlands, for the bilateral relation with the Netherlands, so far we have 94 projects related to water management, and 27 of 94 projects are in Jakarta. The latest is the Jakarta Coastal Defense System. And Jakarta and Rotterdam has also special relation, and I would like to inform you that next week, the Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Netherlands, Minister Timmermans, will visit Jakarta, and on the 20th of February will meet Pak Gubernur, Pak Jokowi. So we will be very honored if we could receive information from you about the problem, the situation in Jakarta, the plan, and also the cooperation that we could do together. Once again, Pak, thank you. Selamat dan terima kasih banyak, Pak Wagub.
Thank you very much for all of your attention to Jakarta situation. I think talking about planning, you know better than us. Talking about river condition, I will show you a situation, the last situation in the near fluid, Waduk fluid. I will show you. I will show you a picture. Yang besar tadi di ujungnya. Our problem is many our inspection road along the riverside is occupied by the property, including the big property like a business blocks, everything like that. Well, I'll show you like this. You could see this. You could imagine like this situation. This is the river bank for inspection road, but now they made it become a business area. Ito ko dapat tayo sa tadi di media saya. I'll show you. This talking about the law. I'll show this picture. This is a river. The important is this is inspection road. But what happened today, this occupied by the business office or a showroom become their area. And now we try to clear this area first. Besides, we could make this become clear to the river, but we also have another alternative road when traffic jam happened in this main road. This is what we have done now. You could imagine if this is our inspection road, how come the building could be like this, where they want to entrance to their office, to their store. But this is what happened in the past. Everybody met their office or ruko. They use our road as a KDB, the coefficient dasar bangunan. When you want to make the road, you have to a space. Now this happened. So if we ask them to make the wall for this road, that means they don't have a entrance gate for themselves. This is a problem. So every river now we could not dig because we don't have an inspection road. We could not put our heavy equipment to dig this small river. That's why our first step, we want to clear this first. I show you Waduk Pluit. Waduk Pluit also, this area in the northern side, all of this occupied by the illegal property, almost 20 hectares. The total of this Waduk Pluit is 80 hectares. This have another social problem. We have to move 17,000 people to another area. We move them to Marunda, but most of them, they don't want to move. If Waduk Pluit, we could not make it become, the original ditch is a 10 meter, now it's only left a 2 meter until 3 meters only. If we couldn't do this, I think Jakarta still have another problem. Now our target in these 2 years, we want to revitalization Waduk Pluit first. We start now, but just use two. I will show you another picture. This is the original Waduk Pluit. The above. This is the original one. Now, this existing. When you see this, how to Kaligendong, how to say it's Kaligendong? Yes, a name Kaligendong River. But now this position, this river is below the sea level. Then now the existing condition, this area now become illegal housing. And the river now become like this. And this is the river. You could see this. They already have 17,000 people live here. A 6,000 house. You could see this, the former situation, the existing situation. This is the first we have to do. Before we do another, like a giant sea walls, we already have the idea, we want to put this reclamation to, and we want to also make this become a wastewater management for this area. This is the situation. Another pond, another border face the same problem. Include the same problem with the inspection road on the riverbank. Most of the river in Jakarta, the same problem. This is not talking about how to do this. This is talking about the social problem we have to face. When you have to move, like the Ciliwung River, we have to move almost 45,000 people from the riverbank in Ciliwung. That's why we try to, as fast as we can, to develop the lower cost housing apartment to move them. We changed our market from Asam Jaya. We changed the market. The first floor and second floor still the same for the market. The third floor for the how to say this? Ruang sebagian. The multi-purpose use, and the fourth floor until fourth floor, we make it become a lower housing apartment. That's we want to do this. Another problem is people don't want to pay their service apartment fee, because when they stay in this area, they could use a stolen water, they could use a stolen electricity, They just pay 250,000 rupiah per month. They got everything: electricity, water, and rented house. When you move them to the lower cost apartment, they need almost 500,000 for electricity, for water, and for a service apartment. That's why they prefer to keep staying here. That's the social problem we face today. But we keep moving. We keep trying to, on the planning for developing 1,000 towers for lower cost apartment, for moving them. I think that's what I could share. Maybe you will have another opinion.
Once again, thank you very much for the explanation. That is really an eye-opener for all of us about the struggle that you face in Jakarta. Now, is it possible if you could share with us the roadmap of the solution? Because I think the roadmap of the plan, the master plan of the flood solution in Jakarta is very important for all of us here to know, and then after that maybe we will come up with some proposal of cooperation as you wish. Thank you very much.
Yeah. The first, Jakarta, when we talk about the Jakarta Bay, very heavy contaminated. You talk about timber, like a mercury more than 10 until 20 times than the standard. That's why the Jakarta Bay is very heavy contaminated. You could not eat the fish, but everybody sell the fish and the share. They do that. That's why we don't have another choice. We have to do a reclamation in this Jakarta Bay. That's what Mr. Fauji Bowo, or former governor, idea talking about a giant seawall. But we want more than giant seawalls. We want the island reclamation for this giant seawall. Mr. Fauji Bowo had already passed a permit for a license for 17 islands. They should help us to do the water waste management, including like the Wagub, we call it ditch, like a fluid, like many corners in Jakarta. They have to make it become a 10-meter ditch. We want to ask them to give us a compensation when we give them a license to do a reclamation of 17 islands. And Mr. Faujibo only make this giant seawall only become a 6 road for the toll road and also for the MRT. But we want more than that. We want add another reclamation island above that, including the airport, for the international airport. Use the reclamation in the north side and eastern side of Jakarta. That's what our plan. We want to use that money, the property money from this island reclamation, to accomplish all the wastewater management, the whole Jakarta city, including our deep tunnel for MRT and also for wastewater management in the whole Jakarta. We believe in 15 until 20 years we could accomplish all of this idea. Now we still prepare the legal aspect, and we still prepare the cooperation with the private sector to get in this business. We want the fair and business-like agreement with them, so we could get 1,000 trillion rupiah money to develop all of this infrastructure including wastewater management, transportation, and like loop lines. When we talk about like loop lines, it's more easy to make this elevated rail tram. Then we use another way. We need like a 30 trillion rupiah. When you talk about the revitalization of a river, like a Ciliwung, we have a 13 river. If you could not move the people, illegal people, to the better housing, you could not do anything. Because now the river, we want to make it wide like 30 meters. The existing is only 8 meters. Some of them is only 6 meters. So that's another problem. We have an illegal housing, and we have another problem. Many office and many housing, the middle class and the high class housings, most of them, maybe they use this occupy the riverbank, like I show you in the picture. Or inspection road, they occupy, they make it become a parking area, or some of them make them like a garden. That's why we try today. Yesterday we just repress our public worker department heads. We changed to another one. We instruct him 3 months. If you could not make a progress for this river banks inspection road, we will remove you again from your position. That's what we has done until today. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex, for your explanation on the roadmap of flood solution for Jakarta. It is indeed related to many issues, to social housing and to a lot of planning activities. I forgot, for those who have just joined in at the radio PPI Dunia, welcome. And I would like actually to let you know, for all of you online there, that there will be a moment of that you could ask questions or comments to Pak Ahok. And right now, we would go on to the next phase of the conference, where we made a sketch of proposals of what the Indonesian Diaspora and its extended network can contribute. Ibu Wiwi, the floor is for you. Thank you.
Selamat sore, Pak Ahok.
Selamat sore.
Terima kasih atas kesempatannya untuk berbincang dengan Bapak. I will continue in English now. I will show some inspirational sketches that can be used perhaps in Jakarta. Of course, the situation in Rotterdam is quite different than Jakarta. It's a lot smaller, but we have prepared a water plan for the whole city. And there are some ideas that we can use maybe in Jakarta. Can you see the picture that is now being projected?
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on the left-hand side, it's actually a graphic showing that you can tackle flood problems on different levels. You can start at the building level. I don't know if it's there are, and below there are two other. Okay. And what we would like to, the idea is here to propose a new building code, especially for the areas upstream, so the areas uphill, and that it includes to minimize the footprint of the building and leave the ground floor as much as possible clear, include water retention basins. Maybe you can in the Naval Waterways Delta project in the Ho Chi Minh City. And well, his specialty is to dredge the rivers. I believe it's one of the issues to help reduce the flood. So I will give the floor to Pak Gerard. Okay. Gerard, can you please contribute to the discussion? Yeah, it's better now. Yeah. Pak Gerard official is speaking now from Vietnam, but the voice is a little bit unclear, so we will try to deal with it at the moment. Can you repeat, Pak Gerard? Okay, Pak Gerard, I'm sorry to cut you. Your voice is not clear at the moment, so I would like to ask Ibu Wiwi to summarize your points and your proposal because she knows about that. Ibu Wiwi, I would like to ask you to talk instead of Pak Gerard.
Sosial persoalan.
Pak Basuki,
Yeah.
well, I'm so sorry, the connection is not very clear at the moment. The idea is to dredge the, well, there are 13 rivers in Jakarta, and I think 5 are top priority to be cleaned, and there are also some titik rawan banjir. I don't know what that is in English. They are very critical, and you have to handle with them. What Pak Gerard is particularly very concerned about is the coordination of all the works actually, and he would like to perhaps have a panel of experts that can review all the proposals that has been made, because otherwise all the efforts will be contradicting, because all the proposals that are being done, they should help each other, contribute to each other, and not contradict. Otherwise we will have worse problems. Okay, thank you Ibu Wiwi for summarizing Pak Gerard from Vietnam. I would like to ask for your permission, Pak Ahok, to let 2 other people speak, and they are from far away. And one is Professor Christoph Girot, who is online with me right now. Professor Girot, are you there? Yes. Professor Girot is a landscape architecture professor at the ETH University, a very famous university in Switzerland, and he was previously in Harvard as well. And he has been dealing with Ciliwung River project as a part of his university project at the moment. Christoph, may I ask you to explain in 2 minutes what you are doing?
Good evening.
We've been working for about 2 years on the Ciliwung from a landscape political examples of the city. We work right now with 3 universities, IPB Bogor, I'm mentioning Bogor on purpose, UI Depok, and ITD Bandung. And these 3 schools have been helping us gather data to make proposals on this particular river with a team of doctoral researchers that are based for the ETH that are based presently in Singapore. And what we think is that the problem of the Ciliwung has to be solved at a regional level. West Java and Jakarta will have to speak. It's no use cleaning up the bottom of the river if the top of the river keeps on being dirty. I'm just saying that openly. And we think that we should inverse the understanding of the Ciliwung. The Ciliwung used to be a noble river. There were palaces, temples, fine houses along the river. And there is no reason why today the Ciliwung is the backside of the city. It should be the front side of the city. So we are working on this. We're coming with a group of Swiss students in March to Jakarta. We'll be glad to meet you if you want. And we just hope to help also the local schools develop better tools and a better understanding of the incredible potential that there is on this Ciliwung River example.
Are you finished, Professor Kiro?
Bahasa, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Professor. And I will.
Yeah, good morning to. Thank you very much for your suggestion and advice to us. Actually, we already have many study about Jakarta, including how to work together with West Java, how to work together with Banten. We try with Pak Jokowi as the governor to have a good relation, but it's not easy to do dredging. Like this year, the central government already with JD Jakarta Emerging Dredging Initiative will do a dredging in the 3 rivers, Angke, Pesanggerahan, and Sunter. You know, many rivers in Jakarta more than 15 years, they never do any dredging in the river. And talking about like a green area, we try to purchase many property to make a new green area. We are very strict when anybody who asks for permission to change the green area become a commercial area. We will not give them a permission to do that. That's why we try to stop many licenses for developing a new mall or apartment if they're not clear, like road density, including the building density. That's why until today, Mr. Governor not yet signs any license for the new developing. Because the problem in Jakarta is many buildings is against the law. That's what we face today. We don't care about the powerful people, but the problem is the poor people, the social problem for them. They need a housing. We could not just move them out. We could not just to remove the slum area. We want all the slum area clear from Jakarta, but we don't want to remove the people who stay in the slum area. That's why in these 2 years, we will do our best to increase the lower cost apartment to provide for the housing, for the poor people housing needs. That's what we want to do. When you, Professor Jakarta, on March you will visit Jakarta. We're very happy could meet you. We could talk and share our program, including I forgot the name. The Mrs. Lady in the right side. Yeah. We are very interesting with your designs. We are still preparing the amendment for our Perda, Peraturan Daerah, the law, the rule. There are many areas. We could make the green area on the top of the roof, including the many buildings, like a parking area, like a basement parking area. We could make them like for a water reservoir when the floods or the rainy season. That's why we have to have another Perda, the regional law, to pass. So all the idea, we could do that. Like your idea about the developing housing in the riverbank, that's a very good idea. Use a very foundation like that. But we face another problem. When we want to make, Mr. Governor want to developing, we call it the Kampung Deret, along the Ciliwung riverbank. The central government don't give us the permission. Like we want to make a lower class apartment above the river of Ciliwung, they don't give us a permission to do that. Because the main river in Jakarta is not our authority. That's the central government authority. So what we want to do is we will do the small river who belong to us, because many of them now is very in a poor condition. Some of them only 30 centimeters. Most of them is lumpur to say, but it's mud. That's why this year in our budgeting we already made many amounts of money to buy many equipment, like a dredger, like excavator, like an MVB excavator, including like a vacuum for clean the whole kampung like for kali-kali or like a selokan. I don't know how to say it in English. A selokan is this. All that we could do. So we believe when you want to do a dredging, like the advice from the professor in Vietnam, it's very easy. We could hire 20 dredgers in 1 month. We could clean all the river. But the problem is the equipment could not get into the river because the whole river bank is occupied by the illegal housing. That's our problem. Like we want to do in a Wagub, the people against us because they know when we make this Wagub become 10 meter deep, all their housing will be broken. That's why they're against this idea. So we try to move them first. We want to give them a compensation first before we could do our best to cleanse all the river. That's from me. Excuse me, it's very difficult to talk in like a teleconference like this. Maybe this is my first time to talk a teleconference. That's why a little bit difficult. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, Tamu, thank you very much. Even this is your first teleconference and maybe your first teleconference in English, but a lot of people are very interesting to see. We have many comments since the last 2 days from Australia to the United States who would like to contribute, suggest, giving advice, asking questions. And we are exactly right on time. We still have like 13 minutes. For those who want to ask questions or giving comments, first give your name and tell us your occasion and what's your occupation, and go directly to your comments or questions. For the first session, I would like to give 2 questions from the floor. Please stay here. And maybe 1 question from Radio Indonesia. So for who would like to give a question first from here, maybe?
Good evening.
Selamat sore.
Pauline Budianto. I'm an architect and my specialty is in squatter rehabilitation. Why do I say rehabilitation? Because it's not just developing and just clearing the area of the squatter of the riverbank, but my remark is everywhere the most difficult part is how to have the poorest that occupy the riverbank and the slums, how to get them to cooperate willingly, how to inspire them to be willing to contribute by moving away, but not being treated like a trash. The poorest are not the trash. The poorest are our assets. They are coming there not because for their that's not the favorite place for them to be. So my suggestion is like we can provide training for the worker of the government because everywhere I live in the biggest squatter area in Kenya for 46 months. And
I think answer directly is more easy. Thank you very much for your opinion and suggestion to us. What we do with Mr. Jokowi is we value the humans. That's why we said we want to remove the slum area but not remove the people. We have to give you an example in a Marunda housing complex. We not only move the very poor people after the water flood because they lost all their housing. So we prepare for them, we provide for them the 30 meter square housing, 5 times 6 meter, full furnished, include a TV, spring bed, a dinner table, a gas cooker, and also a freezer that cost us 6 million rupiah from TSR. So we provide them like that. So we also provide a school, a medical place, and also a waterway. Yesterday we inaugurated a waterway for them. So from Marunda, is the eastern side of North Jakarta, to the Muara Baru, their former place, they just need 30 minutes. When you talk about planting a tree, this is a very easy job. Everybody wants to plant a tree. The problem is we don't have a land. When we talk about the hillside of the West Java sides, they have the former governor Sutioso have already want to bought the land in Ciawi. They want to make a Ciawi dam, but today they're still not accomplished. The problem is now that area become very many slum housing. Always the problem is it's like we don't know what happened, but always when you have a big planning, when you don't make execute that planning, people will occupy that land, and you have to pay them out. Because too many people have to pay the central government, delay or not postpone. I think they cancel this idea. That's why for us, when we have an Eastern Canal and Western Canal, if we could make so that we make a direct passing from Ciliwung to this Banjir Kanal Timur, bypass that, and we could develop a new Cengkaring drain, the second Cengkaring drain, and we have a good waduk fluid in all the river, except the heavy raining. We believe the water floods in Jakarta, we could solve this problem. But if we could not, the big problem is the Ciliwung. Now like the Angke, when you see like a Danmogot area, we thought drain like Jalan Panjang Kebun Jeruk, always have a flood. Where they come from? Because this is Banjir Kanal Barat, sent from the hills in West Java, and the Angke River is too swollen, too shallow, the river could not get in. That's why the water become flooding in the western area. That's why this year we want to make this revitalization from this river Angke, Pesanggrahan, and also Sunter. If the waduk fluid and waduk, we have a new waduk in Taman BMW, and also Sunter, and also Marunda. If we could develop for this border, we believe we could solve 50% of this flood water problem. But the very important is how we could develop the more housing and near their former habitat. Many poor people they don't want to move to another place. They want to stay in the former residence because they work in that area. That's why we also want to provide the cheap bus fares, not more than 10% of their basic salary in 1 month, so they could use the bus everywhere they want in the Jakarta. If you don't do that, nobody want to move. Because for the poor people, they spend almost 50% of their salary for the transportation. And that's why this year we also, Pasar Rumput near the Ciliwung River, we want to develop a lowest cost apartment to provide the housing to move the residents from the Ciliwung River. So don't worry about us. We never think the poor people as death. They are a human. All we want to do or develop is for the human. We like to say we want to make their brain full, their stomach full, and their wallet full. When their brain full, they can study well. Their stomach full, they're healthy, and their wallet full. All we want to do is for the human feeling. We hate their attitude to throw the garbage very easy to the river, but we love them. We love them, not hate their attitude. That's we guarantee you. Don't worry about that. Thank you. Is we agree. All we want to do is revitalization for the existing border and river in the whole Jakarta. The second is it's not easy to bought land in a Bogor area because that area, near that area also occupied many peoples. But when we talk about reclamation, the island, about the giant sea walls, we are different with the former governor's planning. In former governor planning, they want to issue a bond to invest in this. But we don't want to spend even 1 cent government money for that project. All we want to do is, we want to ask the investor to do that business, and we won't get the money from that to accomplish all in the Jakarta. That's the difference. So we don't want to spend any money because in our calculation, like 17 islands, if they could do a reclamation, 1 meter square only they spend maybe maximum 6 million rupiah, but they could sell their land above 20 million rupiah. That's why if you use a 10 million rupiah, we could got almost 1,500 trillion rupiah. That's all the money we need. So we don't want to spend any money for this big project. We just want to solve the problem like a Teluk Jakarta, a Jakarta-based, very heavy contaminated. How we make this become a new waduk, new pond, become a big water reservoir for the whole Jakarta residents to use that water. And we talk about Bogor, now we don't tell the publicly we want to buy the land, but actually we try to find the land and we try to help the farmer along the riverbank in Ciliwung, in the tops, in the hills in West Java. We help them. We want to develop the small dam for them, like a small a small zero well for the farmer in the hills area, like a Bogor and Puncak. We already talked with many, we try to find. So many small river branches could not get in directly to the Ciliwung River. We want to make a small dam. We could donate to them. We could help them, like give them 1 million rupiah, 2 million rupiah to dig a shallow deep sumur? Where we could help them to dig like a 5-meter deep well. This in our planning to have the water not directly get into the Ciliwung River, but they could stay in the well and in the dam along the riverbank, so we could help the farmer when the dry season comes. That's what's in our planning about the top of the Jakarta, the southern tip waterfront from the Jakarta. Thank you very much.
Okay, Pak.
Also for the student in the whole who hear this the whole Indonesian student abroad. I hope you could study well and we keep contact and help us in Jakarta. We need your help and we hope you could come back to Indonesia. Now government has already changed. We hope 2014 we could change.
Okay, Pak. Before we close the event, we have so many questions from all over the world, from Australia, Japan, Qatar, United States. So I'm just going to read some of the comments. You don't have to give us the answer. I'm just going to read it very fast. First, from Ibu Dia in Seattle, in the United States, who said, so, dalam bahasa Indonesia, Jakarta dibangun di daerah railway plain. Dikarenakan pesatnya urban development menyebabkan beban yang bertambah sehingga Jakarta sinking lebih kurang 6 cm per tahun. Komen yang kedua adalah daerah resapan air semakin berkurang dan tidak punya integrated drainage system ditambah timbunan sampah yang dibuang ke kanal. Kemudian juga ada usulan untuk mengadakan studi banding virtual antara mahasiswa Indonesia di luar negeri untuk menawarkan data ataupun keterangan yang dibutuhkan oleh Pemda DKI dan DPRD.
Possible to round up because there are so many issues. What is possible is to ask for a follow-up, what normally doesn't happen after a teleconference. So this time we would like to do that. We would like to send you a very long email of all these questions and comments which are not able to be posted today.
And we also wait. We also wait for Mrs. Dahlia about your planning to make at least 2 kampung, Marunda and Panava. You have promised us about that.
Yes, so actually it is very, very nice that Daliana, myself and Pak Ahok, we are committed to do very nice social housing for the people, right, in Jakarta. Social housing can be one of the issues to prevent flooding in the longer term. Overall, I thank you very much for everybody who has been listening and following this discussion. I would like to give the floor to Ibu Retno Basuki to finalize this teleconference. Thank you very much again.
Wagub. So once again, Pak, on behalf of all of us, I would like to say thank you very much for your time. You know, Pak, so many responses reflects that how we love you all, Pak, how we love Jakarta, how we love Indonesia, and we are ready in our capacity to assist, to cooperate with you. So wish you all the best, Pak. We stay in touch, and we are ready also to grow up what we can do together. Then enjoy your dinner, Pak, because you said that you are hungry. So enjoy your dinner, and from the Netherlands, with the weekend, Pak. Thank you.
Thank you. When you visit Jakarta, please don't hesitate to come to Balai Kota. Balai Kota now changed, everybody could come in. We welcome you.
I will fly to Jakarta tonight, Pak.
Oh yeah.
Because,
So next week you could visit us. Come to Balai Kota.
I will, Pak. I will. Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
in Jakarta then, Pak.
We could have a lunch together or dinner. Thank you, bye. Pusing banget.
Iya, sama-sama Mas Adit.
Ya, mungkin boleh bilang
Boleh. Siap, Pak Adit. Siap. Iya, makasih Mas Adit. Saya set off ya.
baik. Ya.
Betul.